Hi class, welcome to winter term small business management class. I am here to welcome you to class. My name is Carla Moha and I'm going to go over some of what we will be doing in the course and our syllabus. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. When you go to log into our course, you will go to Brightspace and your course should be listed there. We are BA250 Small Business Management. My screen looks a little different than yours because I am an instructor, but you will go ahead and click to open your class. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in student view. When you get to class, you will see it brings you to the announcements area. Please read those every time you come to class. I put important class information there. Sometimes I will also email out announcements, but I do not email every announcement, so please make sure you check that you have read all the announcements every time you come into the class. Please also make sure that you read your student emails regularly. Brightspace emails to your student email, and the college has us emailing to your student email as well. Anything important for class that I need for you to know, I will email. Also, if I have individual questions on an assignment or a submission or anything, I will email you about it. So it is important, make sure you're reading your student emails and the announcements as you come into class. When you come into class, you'll see the announcements there. And below that, there is a shortcut area that you can use to get to the content in class. However, I highly suggest that you do not use that shortcut area because it does not fully expand the items that we will be doing in class. I highly suggest that you click on the content area to get to the content in class. When you click on content, it will bring you to the content of our class. You'll see in our menu here in the content area, there's the overview area. There's just a copy of your syllabus there if you ever need to go back to it. You can set up your own bookmarks here. And then the course schedule is here. You can use that as I populate due dates for assignments. They will populate to the course schedule. So that is up to you if you want to use that. If you click to week 1, you will see it brings you to the week 1 area. I will set up each module in a weekly content area. Right now we have week 1, but we will have modules for week 1 through week 10 plus a finals week module, and each module will have your assignments in there. And for those of you that have taken courses from me before, I set up this course very similar to those. For those of you who have not, the weekly folders run from Monday to Sunday each week, and most of the due dates are on Sundays. Pretty much all of them actually are on Sundays, with the exception of discussions. When there are discussions, there's a discussion post on Thursday that's due as your main reply to the discussion. And then I ask that you reply to a classmate by Sunday. And this is for every discussion that you will have in class. So each week you go to the content area, you will have a checklist. Make sure this checklist is open each week and it will guide you through what you need to complete each week. So starting off here, you need to read through the syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and open the syllabus, which is presented right below here. I'll go ahead and open that. And you can, just so you know, when you open documents, if you need to download them, because they do display better if you download them, you can click this download button here. You do need to scroll down to get to that. I'm going to go ahead and open the document that I've already downloaded. So I'll go ahead and open that here. Let me make sure that I'm sharing my syllabus with you here. There we go. This is the syllabus for our class this term. Again, my name's Carla Mohan. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting, a master's degree in business, and I am a licensed CPA in the state of Oregon. You can learn a little bit more about me in our introduction discussion in week 1, which I will discuss in a moment here. This course is fully online, meaning there are no specific times that you need to log into the course, but again, I do have them set up in weekly modules. And I may have a couple of times where I will ask to meet with you during the term as individual appointments as needed in this class in regards to our assignments. More information will be on that later, but again, it will work around your schedule. No need to worry that you're going to have to be available at a time you won't be. The best way to get a hold of me is email. And my email is here on the syllabus, cmohi@clatsupcc.edu. I check email regularly. I check it on the weekends. Sometimes I take a bit of Saturdays off, but I usually check my email several times on the weekends as well. And that way, if you do need to talk to me via phone, or we can set up a Zoom meeting, you can let me know, what time you'd like to meet, and we can set all of that up. Or if you have questions, it always helps to email them so that I have all the details and can reply back. I do have my phone number on here. My office phone goes to my answering machine as I'm working remotely, and so you will have to leave a message there. My cell phone number is here, and you can call that if you need to. Again, I prefer email just to make sure that I'm at the computer and ready and able to answer your questions right away, but you can call my cell, and you can text, but keep the text down to easy questions, because it's hard to write complicated answers back on via text. So again, email is the best way to get a hold of me. At this time, my office is virtual, so normally I'm in Toller 109C, but right now I'm working virtually. My office hours are stated below. Again, it helps if you can email me during my office hours if you'd like to meet via Zoom or phone. That way I can set all of that up, but these are times that I will definitely be available for office hours. I'm also available other times. If you email me, let me know if there's another time that would work better. Okay, so there is a textbook required for this class. It's called Small Business, an entrepreneur's perspective. So you will find that we will learn about small business management in this course, but it is from an entrepreneur's perspective. And specifically, we will be putting together a business plan. I'll talk about that in a little bit here. More information about our course is 3 credits. There's a description here, and some of what we will cover as well. I've got a biography here if you want to know a little more about me. Also, I have a little bit more in the introductions discussion. I want to talk a little bit more about course requirements. Again, this is an online course. It's 3 credits, so you need to figure you're going to have to spend between 3 and 9 hours on the course. It will help if you can schedule, I would say, about 6 hours a week to spend on this class. At least, again, give or take a little bit more or less. But if you schedule in that time to get it done, it will help you to accomplish what we need to during the term. If you have any problems with Brightspace, either logging in or someone having problems, contact Kirsten Horning, and her information here is under the course requirements. Contact Kirsten Horning in the library. Her phone number's here and her email address if you ever have problems with Brightspace specifically. Brightspace is our course platform where I just showed you about logging in, and that's where all of our course materials are going to be. I will use the gradebook within Brightspace, so you can look in on your grades whenever you'd like. I'll try and grade items within a couple of weeks of them being turned in. It just kind of depends on what's going on that week, how fast things will get graded. All right, but your grades will be in the Brightspace gradebook. In this class, your grade breakdown will be as follows. And I'm going to go ahead and in a minute share with you back to the course, and I'll kind of show you where these activities, what they look like in our course as well. But your course grade will be 15% will be class discussions. We are going to have a class discussion every week. And so, yeah, so we will have a class discussion every week in the course. There will also be each week a class assignment, and that's also 15% of your grade. And class assignments will vary. It might actually be an extra discussion. Like this week we have 2 discussions. So we're going to have our regular discussion plus, instead of an assignment, I have another discussion. It could be a short activity or quiz or assignment. We are going to have a short item each week that constitutes a class assignment. We're going to have a Brightspace discussion every week. And then we're going to have a business plan assignment every week. And the business plan assignment is a portion of the business plan that you will complete each week that by the end of the course, you will have a draft of a complete business plan that you can put together in final version and present as part of your grade. And so the business plan assignments will be 40% of your grade, and then that final business plan and that final class presentation, which we'll talk more about that later, will be 30% of your grade for a total of 100% of your grade. So again, each week we're going to have a Brightspace discussion. Those are centered around part of your business plan and helping you prepare for that. And same with the class assignments. And then you're going to have a draft of a portion of your business plan due each week. And then you're going to have your final business plan due at the end of the term. I think you'll find that this is really a great way of doing things because it's not ever an overwhelming amount of work in any week. It's really divided up very evenly, and it's divided up so that you will end up, excuse me, with a final business plan at the end of the course. And so you won't have this project at the end that, you know, you have to come up with. You will basically have come up with it throughout the term, and you will have that chance to get feedback on it throughout the term so that you will have that final draft. We'll talk more about the business plan as we go through class, so don't be nervous about it now. We will definitely have ways of creating that plan, and we'll learn about that throughout the term. Okay, so again, we talked about discussions, class assignments, and the business plan. I'm going to go ahead and share back to our screen and just look at how that looks in Brightspace. So let me go ahead and share my screen in Brightspace here. Let's stop that share there. And I'm going to turn off the video here a sec while we share this screen. All right, now we have, this is week 1. I give you a checklist, so you have the syllabus that you need to read through, and then you have the syllabus down here. Then you're going to have an introductions discussion. So again, this week has 2 discussions. Normally we'll usually only have 1 discussion, but rather than have another class assignment this week, I'm just going to have a discussion to introduce ourselves. So please, please, please introduce yourselves by this Thursday, January 7th, and reply to a classmate by Sunday. It's super important that you get in there by Thursday so I can mark you as attended this first week of class. Otherwise, if you don't, you may get dropped from the course. In the introductions discussion, you're going to introduce yourselves and tell a bit about yourself. I have introduced myself in there as well, so you can read more about me there. The next item on the checklist here is to read chapters 1, 2, and 3 in the text to generate information needed for business idea and company description assignment. What I'm talking about here is you don't need to read those chapters in full detail. And if you're still waiting on your textbook, don't worry about it. You can look at those chapters later. I want you to make sure you're still doing all of the discussions and assignments this week, even if you don't have your text. So you can wait on that. But those 3 chapters, just read them in kind of a summary, just to generate ideas. There will not be a quiz or a test over those chapters. Those chapters are there to get us started in ideas in the course. Again, don't spend a ton of time, memorizing or taking notes on those chapters. Read them just to kind of see what's there to get a feel for what we will be doing in the course. Then you will watch a week 1 course video. I will post a link here right below the discussion. I will be making that video after this video, so it will be there when you're ready to do that. There is a week 1 course video that will constitute our lesson for the week of mostly my instruction for the week for this week. And it's good if you can watch that first, because that will help you with our next discussion, which also has a main post due on Thursday, and then a reply to a classmate due by Sunday. And in that discussion, you're going to discuss your business idea with your classmates. Again, you'll get to learn a little bit more about that in the video that I will post. And so that is here. That's right. That will be right after you watch the video. And then the last activity for this week is after you've chosen a business idea, you're going to write your business plan. You're going to start writing your business plan pretty much. And the portion of your business plan you'll be writing is your company description. And I give more details for that here in the Dropbox area where you turn in your assignment. If you click on it, it will bring you to the document here with instructions. And let me make sure I'm sharing the screen with the instructions. There we go. This is instructions for your company description. It just tells you pretty much what you need to include in your company description. I'm going to go ahead and go back to our other screen though, however, because I want you to know that this is your last step for the week, and you're going to be ready for this step, this company description step, once you've done your discussion and watched the videos for the week. It will make a little bit more sense of what you need to do. Just another tip I want to give everybody is these boxes here to the side. You can check mark them off when you've completed things. That's just for if you want to use those, you can check mark them. What's nice is these are all the graded items. So if any of you are wondering what are the graded items, you'll see them here. And you can check them off as you complete them. That way you can kind of keep track of items as you turn them in. So again, each week we're going to have a weekly discussion. We're going to have a portion of our business plan that we're working on, and then we will have some other type of assignment. It might be another discussion like it is this week, or it might be a short assignment or activity of some sort. It's going to be a small activity related to the material for that week. Some weeks I will have a lecture video for you to watch. Some weeks you will be just reading through the text or watching a PowerPoint. Some weeks I will have other resources, YouTube videos, internet sources, etc., to be working on the material. It will just depend on what we're working on that week. So make sure you're going through each week's checklist. But again, you got an assignment each week, you've got a discussion each week, and a portion of your business plan each week. There will not be traditional quizzes or tests in this course. Your business plan is kind of like your final assessment instead of an exam. And your discussions and assignments each week are how I'm assessing your progress in the course as well. So there will not be quizzes and tests in this course. All right. Lastly, I'm just going to go right back to our syllabus and finish up with on the syllabus there. I've got a few more details about all of these things. I've also got a schedule here. This is kind of a general schedule, but this is what we will be covering each week. More details in Brightspace and in our checklists. I will try to open each week just a little bit early in case you'd like to work ahead. But I do kind of open the weeks week by week. Lastly here, there is tutoring and course assistance available. Let me know if you have any troubles though. We'll try and see what we can do to help you out. Late policy. I do have specific due dates. They're on Sundays for, you know, the assignments, and then we have the Thursday main post deadline in the discussions with the reply to classmates by Sunday. It's super important that you abide by those. It actually just makes our class flow smoother. I want you to have a post by Thursday so that you have time and to reply to classmates and so that we can interact, because a lot of times the discussions will help your classmates on their assignments. That feedback's going to be really helpful in this class. And with your assignments, you're going to need the feedback sometimes to go to the next assignment, and because the business plan portions build on themselves a bit. So I do take late assignments, but it's 5% per day late, and I do not take them after a week late. If you're after a week late on an assignment, just move to the next assignment. I don't want people to get to where there are several assignments behind and they can't catch up. It's actually easier to catch up to start, you know, with where you're at and move forward. So again, that's my late policy, nothing more than a week late. Yeah, and I've also got a little bit about academic honesty on here, and if you need accommodations at all, that information's on here regarding student access services and any other sort of accommodations. So that is our syllabus, and that's our introduction to class. If you have any questions, please let me know. And for now, I would like to go ahead and let everybody know that you'll want to go ahead and go to week 1 in our course. Make sure you read the course announcements, go to week 1 and just go ahead and start off, finish reading the syllabus and introduce yourselves and work your way on down the items for the week. It is great to meet you. I'm super excited to be working with you this term and hearing all about our different business ideas.